on my way now to Badfoot Customs to see Russ because he's been trying to weld up the gearbox shell, my gearbox shell, and he's a great welder, knows everything there is to know about alloy welding, but apparently he's had a major problem trying to weld up my gearbox shell. He thinks there's some kind of impurity in the metal. He said it keeps like sparking back and that, but he's managed to weld it, but every time he welds it, it cracks. And so he's tried heating the case up to 400, and he's used sort of welding rods that have got some kind of silicon in them, I think, which adds a bit of elasticity to the weld. But each time it cools down, it cracks along the edge of the weld. So anyway, I'll have a word with him, and then I've got a contact someone else who can do gas welding, because we think maybe it would work with gas welding, and or there's another very specialised method of like blasting aluminium at the casing. I don't know if it's a high temperature or whatever, but you actually sort of like adding metal to the casing by like you blast it, and so that might be, if the gas welding doesn't work, we can try that. The only problem we've got is obviously every time we try and weld it, it's making the casing worse. Well, it's not helping matters having more and more weld added. It's not sticking. Anyway, I'll go out to Badfoot Customs. Sorry about the sunshine at the moment. There it goes. And have a chat with Russ about what he thinks is in the casing and so on. And then take it to this other place and see if they can either gas weld it or use this. We'll find out. Well, I'll have a chat with them anyway about this process of blasting some alloy at the casing. So we'll see if that works. I don't know.
So here we are back at home with the dear old gearbox shell. Now, as you can see, so this is where Russ has attempted to weld the crack up, and as you can see, it's cracked again. So what he did, he welded it, and as it cooled, it cracked. So then what he did, he heated the case up to about 400, obviously very hot, and welded it again, and then sort of slowly heated it as it cooled down, so that it would cool down very, very slowly. And that worked until the case was cold again, and then it cracked again. So he's thinking there's some kind of impurity or something in the metal. It's only the second case he's ever had, and he's done like literally hundreds. That second case ever had that this has happened. What he did then at the end, just as I was picking up, we were having a chat about what the impurity or whatever might be in the metal, whether there was some brass or something in there, and then we thought maybe there was a high magnesium content in here. So what he did, he's got some magnesium welding rods. So then at the death, we quickly tried the magnesium rod, which is why there's this blob here, which is the magnesium, but sure enough that's not working either. So it's just gone, it started to fizz straight away, which is a sign, there's something not right, it doesn't like it, and then it created this hole. So I'm afraid that sort of TIG welding is a non-starter. Also, the welding rod that you use for the original weld has got some silicon in it. I think it's 5% silicon, and the idea of that is it gives it some elasticity to help stop it cracking. But even with that, it's still cracking. So it's a bit of a blow because we thought, when I took it to him, he said, yeah, it's no problem. He does amazing welding, to all things, and he repairs horrendously damaged cases, and that's bad foot customs if you've got any casings that need welding. But this being so old, there's something funny about the metal, and it won't have it. So it's a bit of a blow, but what I'm going to do is, so I'm taking it to another place this evening, and they do gas welding, because there's a possibility it may work with gas welding. So we're trying that, and then there's one other avenue is where, I don't know what the process is called exactly, but you actually, massive high pressure, you blast aluminium at the casing, and it kind of, you blast it at such high power that it actually melts into the casing and makes a new casing. So, but I'm not sure if that's a possibility or how expensive that is. But that's another thought. But also, I'm getting my engine cases back today. Engine plates back today. And so when I've got those back, I'll be having a look to see if either of these gearboxes that Seb gave me we could fit instead. As you can see, we've got this curl here, which is where this is flat. And I need to see with the engine plates if there's a reason for that curl. If there's something that's going to hit something, it has to be flat or something. I'm not sure. But when I get the engine plates back, I'll have a better idea. Or whether we could adapt the engine plates to fit this slightly different box, which might be the most straightforward answer. So anyway, we've got a few possibilities going, but I'm going to take this one up anyway. Because it'd be good, whatever happens, it'd be good to have it welded, mended, because it is so rare. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So we'll take it up, and at the same time, I'm going to get I'm getting the engine plates back. I've had them blasted. I thought, might as well have them blasted while get something out of it and get them cleaned, and I'll repaint them before I put them back in. And we'll have a look and see if one of these gearboxes will fit. Maybe we have to cut the mounting down and put spacers in, but it's more the actual physical location of the holes and see if they'll line up, or we can drill new holes in the engine plates to take the gearbox or whatever. We'll have a look at that. That's another option. Right, okay, I'll report back as and when. Fingers crossed again.